Cinegeeks Emergency Podcast.
Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Cinegeeks, the podcast where movies, TV, and all things geek collide. My name is Roy, along with my co-host Angela.
Hey yo!
So the reason why we have this very special off-schedule episode,
Emergency podcast,
emergency
if you will.
podcast, yes,
Yeah.
that's right, is because of a potentially controversial thing happening in the horizon about a very big summer tentpole, at
Yeah.
least in the States,
Yes.
or a very big blockbuster release that's actually supposed to come out in a few weeks' time.
And it's one of the most awaited of the year.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's looking forward to this movie.
Exactly. So if you haven't heard yet, there is news coming out of Vietnam that says Barbie the Movie has been banned over a map showing China's claims in the South China Sea. Now, this has to do with a very controversial geopolitical thing called the 9-dash line that, well, thanks to the magic of Wikipedia, says that the 9-dash line is a set of line segments on various maps that indicate territorial claims of China to the South China Sea. So without going into further detail and hopefully not ruffling anyone's feathers, various countries have made claims. The territories in the South China Sea.
Or West Philippine Sea,
Yes.
in our case.
Yes, we would rather call it the West Philippine Sea,
Yeah.
where, of course, land and other things come into play. But for many, many movies, they tend to show the 9-dash line thing favorably so that they can get release in China.
Yeah.
Because, of course,
It's one of their biggest markets.
Oh, yes. Whenever you say China to a studio, it's big bucks, baby.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not mistaken, the movie Uncharted has already been banned.
Yes. So this has happened before.
Exactly.
Is what we're saying.
Exactly.
It happened before dito sa Philippines with Uncharted. And luckily, we were able to see it before it was banned.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly for the same reason. Kasi nga, Uncharted also used that map favoring China over the other disputed territories.
Yes, exactly.
Regarding West Philippine Sea or South China Sea or basta the disputed territory.
Now, all right. So, wherever you go outside, in Metro Manila mostly, there's crap ton of Barbie marketing materials.
Already. As early as now.
Yes. As in, parang last week pa nagsimula yung marketing push.
Yes,
Itong
I think this
movie.
was already in the works na maybe June.
That's right.
So we went out today. Today is July the 3rd.
Yes.
And we already saw some like parang photo booths, like Barbie box. And then, people can take pictures inside the box like they're the Barbie toy.
Exactly.
And the donuts in Krispy Kreme,
Yeah,
we're not we're not sponsored.
I was gonna say that, tama. But
Hashtag
if
baka
in
naman.
case, in case Krispy Kreme wants to sponsor us, hindi naman kami magsasabi ng no.
Of
Hi,
course.
Krispy Kreme.
But we're already seeing a lot of marketing from brands. I also saw SM Mall of Asia promoting the Krispy Kreme promos of Barbie. So everybody's prepared na to have a surge in sales.
Exactly. And actually, the last time I was in Mega Mall, when I went to the grocery there was a huge event Barbie related that was sponsored by Forever 21. So talagang kitang-kita mo na
It's a very such an easy marketable brand kasi talaga. I mean, Barbie is an established brand and very recognizable to all ages, all generations can recognize Barbie in just one look, diba?
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually one of the few movies recently that has actually few. I think I can say the same for Super Mario Brothers na it has crossover appeal, not just for kids. There's an aspect to it that will certainly appeal to young girls and young children in
Yes.
general who love Barbies, not just girls. There's that.
Especially now that Barbie has expanded their reach,
Exactly.
their inclusivity. Diba? They have non-binary Barbie, they have transgender Barbie, they have Barbie of every color, every race. So they are being inclusive. So
Exactly.
Barbie is not just an intergenerational thing. It is also very interracial. That's why the brand is lasting.
Exactly. And aside from the obvious appeal to children, there's also the appeal to cinephiles that because this movie is written and directed, well, it's written by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach of all people.
Yes.
I can't wrap my head around the couple behind Marriage Story creating a Barbie movie. And of
Isn't
course,
that interesting?
exactly, and directed by Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
So there's the obvious cinephile pedigree
Yes.
that will attract, informed moviegoers.
That is true.
Exactly. And also, one last thing, it also will appeal to, and I count myself in this demographic, the Barbenheimer Bros, who, and just to give you a quick background about this, earlier this year's summer blockbuster slate was being released.
Okay.
For some reason, pinagsabay nilang release sa States.
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Barbie and Christopher Nolan's next epic, Oppenheimer, of course, about the man who created the atomic bomb.
Because why not?
Exactly.
Barbie and Atomic Bomb.
Exactly. And we touched...
What a pairing.
Yes. And we touched upon this last week when
Yes.
we talked about Tom Cruise's post on social media encouraging people to not just watch his movie, but to also watch
Go out
Oppenheimer
to the theaters and
Yes.
watch Oppenheimer and Barbie.
and also Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Indiana Jones. And of course, Mission Impossible.
Of course, goes without saying. Pero I also want to touch upon that Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie also made a similar social media posting
Promoting the other movies as well. Wow.
So they promoted Indiana Jones, Mission Impossible, and Oppenheimer.
These are the biggest movies of the year, of summer.
Exactly. And actually, there was a post on, if I'm not mistaken, Variety, the Hollywood trade publication, asking if this was the way that movies would be promoted moving forward. Na parang meron siyang konting cross-promotion.
Yeah.
Just parang one person, or if one promotes, everybody wins. What do you think about that too?
Like we discussed a while back, diba? Some movies are exclusively released on streaming only. And it's been that way because of the pandemic.
That's right.
But now that all the theaters are open and marami ng movies na lumalabas, they're encouraging all audiences to experience movies again in the theaters where it belongs and where it should be experienced.
Exactly. That's right. So this is potentially disheartening because as a film fan,
As a cinegeek,
as a cinegeek, of course, we keep on saying that we are accepting. We would like to think that movie fans are the more tolerant kind of people on earth. And it's just so sad to think that it's a possibility that we will not be able to watch something that we've been anticipating for a long time because of petty reasons. We don't want to get into it. We're not experts on it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, actually, there is a silver lining to this. There's a very, very small chance that it hopefully goes through here in the Philippines because just going back with this 9-dash thing in movies, Uncharted was banned here by the MTRCB.
Yeah. Can you give us a background on why it was banned?
Yes, it was banned by the MTRCB per the request of our country's Department of Foreign Affairs.
DFA, okay.
DFA. So after a week or so of it being shown in cinemas, it suddenly disappeared because of the map.
Luckily,
showing.
we were able to see it before it was
Although
banned.
I don't think I can say that I was lucky.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice whatever they banned it for.
At saka nakakatuwa pa doon, parang yung buong climax nung Uncharted, di ba dito ginawa? Technically in the story. Doon sa parang sa Mindanao ginawa yung ending nung Uncharted. Di ba?
I don't know. I mean, most of the time Filipinos really get excited whenever they see the Philippines being a
Exactly.
part of the story of the movie, diba? But in this case, I think the political climate in the Philippines was a little hot. Kaya it got banned.
True.
Yeah, and well, also Uncharted, I don't know. Personally, for me, if the movie is being marketed to children and kids, I don't think it's a problem. And also, I saw what they're talking about, the map they're talking about, and it's just Asia.
Yun nga yung, I was gonna get to that. Yun nga yung nakakatawa dun eh, yung map in question. Kasi, and I don't know if you'd be able to find this online. Just, I think a simple Google search will bring up the picture in question.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the picture of the map that got Vietnam so riled up, it's actually a very childlike map. It's a map
It's a map drawn by a child.
Exactly. Na parang sobra niyang innocuous, sobra niyang unassuming
Yes,
for
it's
you
very
to...
preschool kind
Exactly.
of map na nakalagay lang sa kanya is Asia.
Oh,
And
tapos...
there was no China, there was no anything, there was no 9-dash line.
Well, there were dashes. Pero ito na, here's the funny part.
Mm-hmm.
There were 2 dash lines, quote-unquote, pero one was 8 dashes
Mm-hmm.
and the other was 10 dashes. So, I don't know if parang they're also trying to satirize the fact that this movie has to appeal to China.
Would they really risk that though?
Well, it's Greta Gerwig
This is
and
what's
Noah
gonna
Baumbach.
happen if they do touch upon that. Let alone satirize it, di ba?
Well, yeah, that's what you get when you try to make Barbie into an avant-garde movie.
I mean, it's a map.
Exactly. Yun na nga yung
It's a child-drawn map.
Yes. Parang nakakatawa lang kasi given, sige, yung dun sa Uncharted, mas obvious sa tignan. Mas
And
obvious
it was
tignan yung 9-dash.
It was a serious movie talking about a real country.
A country, yes. As in, may geopolitics yung Uncharted na movie talaga.
True. But this one is about a toy.
It's about a toy. It's about an action figure. Pero
I don't know.
Sorry.
I mean, this kind of censorship in the movie industry, I don't think it's gonna benefit the industry. This is not how you balance the artistic freedom and cultural sensitivity.
True.
Kasi movies for me is an escape.
Exactly.
Escape from reality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Barbie, most of all, does not exist in this world.
Mm-hmm.
So, parang our worldview shouldn't apply to Barbie's world, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
I know it's a very delicate topic,
Exactly.
especially when it involves politics. Pero for me, this is, I don't know, this is not relevant in this case because of a child-drawn map that says Asia.
True. And I guess in the future episode, we are going to touch upon this topic of censorship and how it's affected by cultural norms and values and whatnot. Pero we are going to try to tackle that as delicately as we can.
Yes.
But for now, I agree with you exactly what you said about this entire thing being so ridiculous. Because again, it's a map that is so obviously made to look like it was drawn by a child.
Yes.
Are you even willing to politicize the mind of a child and not just let the child enjoy Barbies as it was meant to be enjoyed as a child?
Or
Diba?
your child self for us.
Exactly. Yeah.
My child self wanna see Barbie
Exactly.
walking and talking around, in her Barbie world.
Exactly. So there, I guess we've touched upon this very, very delicate, controversial topic. I sure as hell am hoping na this movie still goes through and
Yes.
Does not get censored and banned.
As a Filipino, and I'm all for West Philippine Sea,
True.
I don't think it really offends our claim in the territory. It's not. This is being blown up so ridiculously. It's exaggerated.
True. I hope the MTRCB can look past this geopolitical bias and controversies and just look at it for what it is. It's art.
And this
It's
is
a
just
movie.
my opinion.
True.
Of course, we encourage our listeners to join the conversation and share their thoughts on the banning of the Barbie movie in Vietnam
In
and
Vietnam.
censorship in the movie industry.
Yes. So that's it for our emergency podcast for the Cinegeeks podcast here. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. You can find us on the Cinegeeks Podcast. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.
And also, we would like to thank everyone who listened to our first episode.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We see you guys. And of course, we value any feedback. If you want us to discuss your favorite movies, if you want us to discuss your favorite show, please let us know. You can message us wherever you listen to podcasts. We're there.
All right. So for my co-host Angela, this has been Roy. Thanks again for listening to the Cinegeeks Podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.